नमः सुन्दरनाथाय तस्मै हालास्य वासिने चतुष्षष्टि विधालीला येनाकारे भुवस्थले श्रीमत् सुन्दरनाथस्य देवीं शभरलोचनां कलये हृदये नित्यं कदम्ब वनवासिनीं पूतं स्वतः पूततरं ततो यद्गङ्गम्पयः शङ्करमौलिसङ्गात् तत्पातु मातुः प्रणयापराधपादाहतैः पूततमं ततो नः अधिकानि ममेत्यहर्निशं यैर्मघवा शोचति लोचनैः समन्तात् अवलोक्य स विश्वकर्मकर्माणि अलम् एतानि किम् इति अशोचदेभिः. The earlier shloka, actually we finished with this shloka, but the earlier shloka is about the Devi's Vigraham, which is very beautiful. Vishwakarma, because this is a continuation of what Indra felt on seeing Vishwakarma's creation of Devi's Vigraham. Prahasad Vadanam, Prasanna Netram, Dvibhujam, Dakshinataha, Dhrita Utpalam. Devi's Vigraham, the way he had carved out the statue of Devi, she was smiling, her face was smiling. She had Prasanna Netram, her eyes were very clear. And Dvibhujam, two hands, Dakshinataha Dhrita Utpalam, she had a Utpala Pushpam on her right hand. Karaka Upalavat Ghani Bhavantyadaya Iva Akrita Vigraham. It was as if Vishwakarma had, see, if he was in the state of that Daya, wanting to create an image of Amba that can be appreciated by everybody and from who will give blessings to anyone who sees her. तादृश विग्रह निर्माणे यदि सः दयापूर्णः एव आसीत् तर्हि तत्र द्रवीभावः एव अधिकतया वर्तते. So he would probably be in a state of an ecstatic state that he would not be able to create something in front of him. So it was as if his daya had ghani bhavam. It had solidified so that he could also create that Devi. And at the same time, the statue was also in such a manner that it was as if it was created out of compassion, and the statue of Devi was compassion personified itself. Now, after seeing this bimbam, this vigraham, adhikani mama iti aharnisham yair maghava shochati lochanaihi. Indra has a problem that he has 1,000 eyes, and he would always feel very sad every day that he has these 1,000 eyes. I have too many. Adhikani mama. Iti aharnisham. Day and night he would worry about having too many eyes. But then after seeing Vishwakarma's work, especially after seeing the Vigraham of Devi, Avalokyasa Vishwakarmani, Vishwakarma Karmani, Etani Ebihi Kim Alam Iti Ashochat. So he thought about the 1,000 eyes that he had, and he couldn't take enough of the sights that were there in front of him, which were created by Vishwakarma. And so he felt sad. Would my eyes be enough? Would these 1,000 eyes be enough to take in everything that has been created by Vishwakarma? The next one is Daitasya Didrikshate Apasavyam Vapuhu Esha Kila Vama Bhagaga Iti Kritam Ingita Vedina Maghona Padamasyaha Kimu Dakshinena Shambhum. Now, you know how the Ardhanarishwara form is, right? She has taken up the left side, right? Devi has taken up the left side of Shiva. And here Indra has constructed the temple of Amba on the right side. Now, the way he imagines here is, because Devi is permanently on the left side, she has never seen the right side of Shiva. Right? She's always on the left side. So she knows more about that. She has never seen how he looks from the right profile. So the right profile of Shiva, Devi has never seen, it seems. Esha Vama Bhagaga, she is always on the Vama Bhagam Gata Prapta, one who has who is constantly on the left side of Parameshwara. So Esha Devi Vama Bhagaga Daitas Vama Bhagaga Tasmat Daitasya apasavyam vapuhu didrikshate kila. She sure definitely she wants to see her beloved's right side. Isn't it true? Right? Daitasya of the beloved, Priyasya, Shivasya, apasavyam. Savyam is Vama Bhagam. Savyat apakrantam apasavyam vapuhu. It is an adjective to Shariram here. So apasavyam vapuhu, dakshinam vapuhu. Savyam and even in Lalita's Namam, you have the Nama Savyapasavya Margasta. Savya Vamachara, Dakshinachara. There are two margas to attain Devi there. One is the Vamachara, the other is the Dakshinachara. So Savyam is Vama. Savya Apasavya is Dakshina. Savyapasavya Margasta. Marga stha, one who is present in the path of both Savya Margam and Apasavya Margam. The same way here also. I think the Nilakanta Dikshita has been influenced by Devi worship. So Shakta terminologies would definitely be there, right? So Apasavyam Vapuhu, Savyat Apakrantam Vapuhu, Dakshinam Vapuhu, Didrikshate, Drashtum Ichchati Esha Khalu, Kila. Doesn't she wish to see her Priya's, her husband's right side of the body? Iti Ingita Vedina Maghona. Both are in Tritiya Vibhakti here. So Ingita Vedina Maghona Asyaha Padam Shambhum Dakshinena Kritam Kimu. Kimu, has he created Kimu Kritam, the Maghona by Indra? Has it been created? What has been created? The Devi is Asyaha Padam Sthanam, Devyaha Sthanam, Shambhum Dakshinena, by the right hand side of Shambhu, Shiva, has her sthanam been made by Indra, who understands this subtlety. Ingita Vedina. Ingitam Janati Vetti. Ingitam Janati iti Ingita Vedina Maghona. So, Indra understands this subtlety there and the Asha that is present in Devi. And because of that, he has created the sthanam. He has created Devi's sthanam, mandiram, on the right hand side, so that it is she can constantly see the side of Ishvara, which she has never seen before. Vama Bhagaga Esha, she is always present on the left hand side. Iti Daitasya Apasavyam Vapuhu Didrikshate Kila. She definitely wishes to. Kila ityukte Khalu. Indeed, she surely wishes to see her beloved's right side of the body. Dakshinam Vapuhu. Iti Ingita Vedina Maghona. Thinking thus, Indra, who is an expert in understanding Ingitam. Ingitam can be subtle, or Ingitam is the mind. The Ingitam Puriyardana, it is like understanding subtext. What you say directly is different from what is the Vivaksha. Vivaksha is more like Ingitam. Something that is present in the mind, but it is not expressed directly. But the way they behave is such that the other person, probably a person who is in the same wavelength, can understand it. Sayeva ingita vedi iti. One who understands the mind perfectly. So ingitam yaha vetti iti. Saha maghona, tena maghona, indrena. So maghava, maghavanau, maghavanaha, maghavanam, maghavanau, maghonaha, maghona. Iti tritiya ekavachanam tatra. So maghona, indrena, Asyaha Devyaha Padam Shambhum Dakshinena Kimu Kritam. This is a special sutram that is there. Dakshinena is not in Tritiya Vibhakti. There is a pratyaya that is added. Enap is the pratyayam that is added to Dakshina. So Dakshinena is actually, it means Dakshina Digdeshe Ityartha. So Enapa Dvitiya is the sutram here, 2331. So enap antena dakshinena yuktasya padasya dvitiya bhavati. So usually if you want to say Shambhoho dakshina pradeshe, iti vaktavyam. That's how you actually say it. So in the southern direction of Shambhu. So normally we would use in Sanskrit, we would probably use it as Shambhoho Dakshina Dishayam Athava Dakshina Digdeshe iti vaktavyam. But then if you use the word ena with the ena pratyaya, then the word to whose right it is, then that padam, the word that is associated with the Yenapanta word, has to be in Dvitiya. Just like how we have Griham Paritaha, Vittai Chutti, Abdidane Solro. So the same way, in the surrounding areas that is around the house. So Griham Paritaha, Griham Ubhayataha. These words always go with Dvitiya. The same way here also, enapa dvitiya, enap antena, enap iti pratyayah atra. So enap pratyayena yuktasya padasya dvitiya bhavati. Shambhum dakshinena, so on the right hand side, so he made a place for her to the south of Shambhu. So it has two meanings, right? Dakshina has the meaning of both right hand side. It also means southern direction. So he created a temple in the southern direction, and there is a slesha there to mean that she is on the right side of Shiva, because she wants to see Shiva's right side, as she always exists on the left side. அது எப்படி அவர் இமேஜின் பண்ணிருக்காருன்னு எனக்கு புரியல. The way he sees the Ardhanari Swarupam itself is very, very beautiful. Shabda Swarup, see, both Ambal and if they are in the Ardhanarishwara, அது என்ன அந்த நீலகண்ட தீக்ஷிதா, நீலகண்ட விஜய சம்பூல வந்து the first shloka that he uses is, ஒரு நிமிஷம், Dampati iti bruyam kim utaho dampati iti. Dampati riti bruyam utaho dampati iti. So wishing to address the Ardhanari Swarupam, he wants to be very correct in his expression also. This is by Nilakanta Dikshita himself, and he has written it in his Nilakanta Vijaya Champu. And the first shloka there, I'm trying to get that shloka. I'm 1 minute. Just please bear with. It's a very beautiful shloka. Let me just share that book. You will understand the way he views the Ardhanari Swarupam, and then it will be much easier to understand the shloka also, because that shows his bhakti towards her. Vande vanchita labhaya karma kim tan nakathyate. So vanchita labhaya, for attaining what he wants, vande, I have to say vande to someone. Tatra karma padam kimapi vaktavyam. So karma kim tan nakathyate. There should be a karma. I should say that salutations or namaskaram to this particular person or persons. Parvati Parameshwaro Vande, Jagataf Pitaro Parvati Parameshwaro Vande iti vaktavyam, right? So in that manner, I want to say something, but I am unable to say something. Tan nakathyate kim dampatim iti bruyam utaho dampati iti. So I'm using the word jaya cha pati cha patihi cha dampati. It should be in dvitiya, dvivachanam constantly, because it is like how we have Parvati cha Parameshwaraha cha Parvati Parameshwarau. It is always in dvivachanam, correct? In the same manner, we have to say jaya patni cha patihi cha dampati is the word, and this is your actual word which should be in dvivachanam. But Nilakanta Dikshita is looking at only one shariram here, which is Ardhanari Swarupam. So how can you call it in Dvivachanam dual? There are no two forms here. Jaya cha, Pati cha, if Parvati and Parameshwara are separate forms, then okay. Now he is in confusion here. So he has to use a karma. Kim dampatim iti ekavachane bruyam. Do I call it as a singular word, or do I use the dual word dampati? If I use dampati, then I have to have two forms in front of me. But there is only one form. If I use dampatim, then it is vyakarana ashuddhi. In vyakaranam, Jayacha patihi cha dampati. It has to be permanently in dvivachanam. I can't use it in ekavachanam. So what do I do? So this is, he's got one very chatu way of looking at it. Or sarcastic, humorous way of looking at it. But at the same time, his bhakti is such that towards both of them, he can only see them as Ardhanari Swarupam. I wanted to bring up that shloka for this. So, Daitasya didrikshate apasavyam vapuhu esha kila vamabhagagata iti kritam ingita vedina maghona padamasyaha kimu dakshinena shambhum. Ha. Aticharum ashesha lakshanadhyam lalitam bimbam imam swato vivikshum harihi artayate sma shaktim adyam guruhu avahayat anvamamstha shambhu. When this bimbam is there in front of Devi, it seems very appropriate that we are doing this on Vijayadashmi day or Saraswati Puja in some areas. Ati charum, the bimbam in front of him, imam bimbam, ati charum, it's very beautiful to look at. Ashesha lakshana adhyam, ashesha sakala lakshanaihi adhyam ityukte aishwarya yuktam. It is very rich because of all the saubhagya lakshanam that can be present. So when carving a statue, it has to have all the auspicious signs, and it should be very graceful, it should be very beautiful, because you are looking at an epitome of beauty in front of you. Okay, so Ambal is Devi is supposed to be like that. So Ati Charum, she's very beautiful. Ashesha Lakshana Adhyam Sampannam, she has Sampatti Yukta Sa Tasmat Bimbam Api Sampatti Yuktam Vartate Ambayaha Vigraham Tatra Asheshaihi Sakalaihi Lakshanaihi Saubhagya Chinnaihi, with all the auspicious signs, it was very rich. Adhyam Lalitam. At the same time, it was very graceful to look at. Sundaram. Imam bimbam, imam ambayaha vigraham. So this statue, which was very beautiful, rich with all auspicious signs and graceful. Now Indra prays to Adishakti herself to come into this bimbam. So Indra Harihi Adyam Shaktim Arthayate Sma. Adyam Shaktim. Adya Shaktihi is the Prathama Shaktihi, Parashaktihi, Parameshwari. Parameshwari eva saha Harihi Indraha Arthayate Sma. He asks for her. So he prayed to that power, Adishakti. Now Adishakti herself wanted to come into this bimbam, it seems. That's Neelakanta Dikshita's speciality here. Swataha vivikshum. Swataha swayameva sa praveshtum ichhati. Vivikshum. Vivikshum ityukte veshtum pravesham kartum ichu. Ichu, one person, a person who wishes. Ichhati iti ichuhu. So veshtum ichu. One who wishes to enter that pratibhimbam to give it that life, that Shakti, that Sannidhyam. Parashakti herself looks at Vishwakarma's creation and she says, I want to enter into this. So Swataha, Swayam, she herself wished to enter this statue, which was Aticharu, Ashesha Lakshanadhyam, Lalitam cha Bimbam. Tat Vivikshum, or you can also say that Indra asks Devi to enter into the bimbam herself. She may not, she likes the Vishwakarma creation so much that Devi Swayameva Praveshtum Ichhati can also be there. She herself wished to enter. Or Hari, that is Indra, wanted her to enter herself in it. See, when we do the puja, we have a small bimbam and we say avahayami. We try to bring in that sannidhyam there and we ask Ambal to come and stay in that bimbam. Right? So here, in the same manner, Indra asks for Devi to come there and stay there. Avahayami iti prarthayati saha. Brihaspati, in his mind, he performs a meditation and he does the avahanam. This is like a puja vidhi here. A yajamana and a purohita is present. The yajamana has to first ask for Devi Sannidhim Kuru iti. Tadanantaram Guruhu avahayat avahayami. Asmin bimbe iti, you have to do that, right? In the puja. You must have done that. So Guruhu avahayat, he also brought her or called her through meditation. So Brihaspati invited Adya Shakti, Parashakti, to come and stay there in that bimba. Shambhu gave permission. Shambhu Anvamamstha. Anvamamsthana, it is his area. So it's like territorial. One thing. Another thing is, see, she has always been present with him inside the same body. Now a Shakti has to go there also. An amsham of it has to go. If Shiva has to be there, he will ask permission from Shakti also, because they both share that body. So Shambhu, Anvamamstha, Shambhu also gave permission for this, being the Pati. So Aticharum, Ashesha Lakshanadhyam, Lalitam bimbam imam swataha vivakshum harihi arthayate sma shakti madhyam guruhu avahayat anvamamstha shambhuhu. In many cases, when we say swagatam, I am going to do this, anugrinhantu iti vayam vadamaha. तर्हि ब्राह्मणाः तत्र पुरोहिताः ये भवन्ति ते अपि अनुगृह्णीमः इति वदन्ति. So anugrihnantu, we ask permission from them and they give permission. Tatha in here also Hari Indra, Hari here is Indra. Indra asks for the Adi Shakti. Adi Shakti is part of Parabrahma Swarupam. So whether inge vandu enna Shaktatta solrara illa, is he talking about Vedantama nu koncha sandeham, or Shaiva Siddhantama? Because Shambhuhu Anvamamstha ityukte, it is the Shakti is a part of Shiva here. Shiva, even though he is like one potential energy, you need the kinetic energy to perform the whole actions of the world, to create the world. Tatra, she is the Shakti there. But then Shiva gives permission for Shakti, Shakti being the one part of the Parabrahma Swarupam. Maya Shakti is also part of Parabrahma Swarupam, and Brahma Swarupam is the ultimate reality here. Or Shambhu, Shiva is the ultimate reality. He gives permission for Shakti to go and give her presence in that bimbam. அது வரும்பொழுது, whereas Shaktathla varrache, Shakti is the primordial power. She is the highest power. She gives permission for the others to do their work. ஒரு very interesting relationship between them. Akilam jagat atma samprasutam परिपुष्णाति दृगेव यत्किलास्याः अभिधाम अपि मीनलोचना इति व्यदधात् इंद्र पुरोहितः ततः अस्याः. देव्याः अधुना तु नाम कर्तव्यम्. You have to give a name for that Devi here. Akhilam jagat, atma samprasutam akhilam jagat, asyaha drikkeva paripušnati iti yat vartate yasmat karanat. She is called Meena Lochana by Indra Purohita. Now, why is she called Meena Lochana? Yasya Meenasya Lochane iva Lochane Yasyaha sa. One who has eyes which resemble a fish. So, Meenasya Lochane. So, this is very outer look. There is another inner meaning to this whole thing, which we discussed even in the first Sarga. If you had attended the first Sarga, you will know about that. Meenam. Akshimeenam eva vayam stumaha iti. We only want that Akshimena, but not the Matsyavatara. Yeah. So his devotion towards Meenakshi is very high here. Now here, Indra Purohitaha named this bimbam or this Devi Asyaha Indra Purohitaha Meenalochana iti Abhidham Vyadhadat. He gave the name Abhidha Nama of Meenalochana. He gave the name Meenalochana for that Tataha, because of this reason. What reason is that? Yat Yasmat Karanat, because her eye alone. Asyaha drik eva, her eyesight. Drik is drishti. Her eyesight itself, paripushnati, it nurtures, palayati, athava poshayati. It both nurtures and protects the entire world, akhilam jagat, which has been created by her. Atma samprasutam. So what is the connection here? If you notice a fish, it will give birth to all of its, the eggs come out and then they all hatch into small hatchlings and she just roams around. All the small ones roam around the mother fish there. She only keeps looking at them. She doesn't do anything for them. So she just goes on, but at the same time, she's like a sakshi bhutam there, and that eyesight itself is enough. The mother fish knows where every fish is. So she takes care by just looking at them. The same way, Ambal also, Parashakti, her eyesight itself is enough to take care of the entire world because it has a great Shakti. So drikkeva, asyaha drikkeva. So adena kechit kavayam babuvaha stanyapanam kritva. Some people became a kavi because of her milk, jnana sambandhar. Some people had her tambula rasam. Whereas I want her drishti. The first Nilakanta Dikshita talks about Meenakshi's drishti so highly in the first sarga. The same way here also he brings that idea in again. Akhilam Jagat Atma Samprasutam, the entire world which was created by her is being protected by her eye alone. So Asyaha Drikkeva Paripushnati, since only her eyesight protects and nurtures the entire world that has been created by her, Atma Samprasutam. Shaktireva Tatra Adana Unmesha Nimishotpanna Vipanna Bhuvanavali. When she opens her eyes, this entire world of 14 worlds are created. Bhuvana avalinam srishtihi jayate. Tasyaha unmeshena. Nimesha. If she closes her eyes, then it is pralayam. So Utpatti and pralayam happen because of her eyes. Ahasute savyam tamanayanam arkatmakataya. Both her eyes are like Surya and Chandra, which nurtures the entire world. That is why her drik is paripushnati iti. Kimartham paripushnati? Without Surya, we cannot live. So one of her eyes is Surya. Ahasute, ahaha sute savyam. Savyam, her left eye creates the daytime. Ahasute savyam, tavanayanam. Arkatmakataya, because it is of the form of Surya. Arkatmakataya, Triyamam Vamamte Srijati Rajanai Nayakataya. Savya is Angavande Savyam is Dakshinam. Actually, he uses the word Savya as Dakshina in that word. It's தெரியல எப்படி அவர் அப்படி யூஸ் பண்றாருன்னு சவ்யானா தக்ஷிணான்னு ஒரு அர்த்தம் இருக்குன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். I need to check the and with the other eye which is of the form of moon, you create the night. Appo the world goes through the cycle of night and day, and that night and day is the eyes of Parashakti. So hasute savyam tavanayam arkatmakataya triyamam vamam te srijati rajaneenayakataya tritiya te drishtihi daradalita neelotpalarucha daviyamsam deenam snapaya kripaya mamapi shive. And the third eye is fully dayapurnam. You will have to shower your blessings to be using that third eye. So drishti is very important. Adukka solren. Akhilam Jagat Atma Samprasutam Paripushnati Yat Kila Asyaha Drikkeva iti Tataha, because of that reason, Abhidamapi Meenalochana iti Vyadadhat Indra Purohitaha Tataha Syaha. I will stop with this. If you have any questions, please raise your hand and you can unmute yourself and ask. Namaste, Mahodaya.
Namaste, Mahodaya. मीनाक्षी देव्याः एव प्रधानता अस्ति इति चिन्तितं मया.
मधुरै इदानीं अधुना
मधुरै किन्तु एतत् पठामश्चेत् ईश्वरस्य शिवस्य इतोपि अस्ति इति.
இருக்கே. ஆமா. ரெண்டுத்தையும் அதாவது he maintains that equal status for both of them. தாங்க.
बहु सम्यक् अस्ति.
பாண்டியகன்யான்னு சொல்லுவாங்க.
பாண்டிய கன்யா. ஆமா. அதாவது
இவர் இங்க பாண்டியகன்யாங்கிற மாதிரி சொல்ற மாதிரி இல்ல.
இல்ல, இந்த இடத்துல வந்து அம்பாள மீனலோச்சனான்னு, அதாவது காமாட்சி, மீனாட்சி, விஷாலாட்சின்னு சொல்லும் பொழுது அம்பாளுக்கு வந்து அந்த காமாட்சி, தட் அக்ஷி இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். பிகாஸ் ஸ்பர்ஷ தீக்ஷா மாதிரி நயன தீக்ஷா இஸ் வெரி இம்பார்ட்டன்ட் இல்லையா? அதுல வந்து மீனாட்சி நீட் நாட் பி பாண்டிய கன்யா தேர். அது அப்புறமா பாண்டிய கன்யாவா she took an அவதாரம் as பாண்டிய கன்யா. மீனாட்சி வந்து ராஜமாதங்கியினுடைய ஒரு இது. சோ ராஜமாதங்கி தான் வந்து இந்த நவமியில பண்ணக்கூடியது சரஸ்வதி, ராஜமாதங்கியும் அவளுடைய ஒரு ஃபார்ம் தான். 9வது இதுவா சொல்றோம், நவமியாம் தேவதாவா அவளை சொல்றோம் நம்ம.
இது அர்த்தநாரீஸ்வரர்ல வந்து அம்பாள் வந்து லெஃப்ட் சைடா ரைட் சைடா?
நான் லெஃப்ட் சைடு, இதுல வந்து அவர் சொல்றது லெஃப்ட் சைடுன்னு தான் சொல்றார்.
லெஃப்ட் சைடு தான் சொல்றாரா?
ஆமா.
லெஃப்ட் சைடு இஸ் கரெக்ட் then. ஓகே. லெஃப்ட் சைடு தான்
இடது பதம் தூக்கி ஆடும்.
எடம் கொடுக்காத इति वदन्ति पत्न्याः एडं கொடுக்காத अर्धभागं स्वीकरोति इति ज्येष्ठाः वदन्ति, किन्तु शिवः साक्षात् இடதுபாகம் दत्तवान्, वामभागं दत्तवान् इत्येव.
அதனால்தான் the right half is male and left is female. அதுல so we usually stand, அது அம்பாளுக்கு மாத்திரம்தான் அந்த சைடு, நமக்கு வந்து நம்ம அதனால ரைட் சைடுல நிற்போம்.
तदर्थमेव वदन्ति नटराजः नर्तनं कृतवान् किल, இடதுபாदं तूकी आडु, तर्हि अम्बायाः भागः एव सः एवं वदन्ति.
करेक्ट.
திருச்செங்கோட்டு அர்த்தநாரீஸ்வரருக்கு லெஃப்ட் சைடுல தானே அம்பாள் இருக்கா?
லெஃப்ட் சைடு தான். ஆமா, லெஃப்ட் தான்.
शिवान्वितायै च शिवान्विताय नमः शिवायै च नमः शिवाय. बहु सम्यक्.
शिवाय च அப்படின்னு வரும். ஆமா, கரெக்ட்.
धन्यवादः.
ஓகே, நமஸ்தே. பாப்பா நமஸ்காரம். नमः सुन्दरनाथाय तस्मै हालस्य वासिने चतुष्षष्टि विधालीला येनाकारि बहुस्थले.